Well, Gemini, it's going to be an interesting month, to say the least. A lot of changes could happen regarding your home situation, your domestic life, and even where you live, but they're very positive in the month of August 2023. And you may even experience some kind of financial glow up to do with money and investment savings, or even yes, bequeathments. We're going to talk about how that looks for you in the month ahead in great detail. As we get ready to start, a little bit about me. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the whole sign house system. I'm a Western tropical zodiac astrologer. Also, I'm doing a little bit of a promotion for the month of August, so I hope you'll bear with my little promotional spiel. But there is an app that I absolutely love, and it's called the Aura app. And it's mindfulness, meditation, sleep, hypnosis, and more. It's going on an Apple Award, and I just love it. I've been using it now since April. They gave me a test to see if I liked it. I promoted it in the spring on my channel. I'm back to promoting it again. I just went through a really intense period of time of really intense hard work, and I'll admit it, yes, stress. And I went right into this app for the last few weeks. It's been like, reminding me of what is important in life, which is to be quiet, still the mind, meditate, breathe deeply, sound bath with birds and waterfalls. So this is, a really cool app because there's live coaches from around the world. And there's this really cool part of the app that I also love. This is my phone, and I'm trying to open it to the app on this kind of weird filter, and there's a button there. But these are the quotes. I'm not going to go through the whole app with you, but every day you open the app, you get a quote every day, every morning when you first look into the app, and it's just so charming. The quote for the day I'm recording on July the 18th is, "One of the happiest moments in life is when you find the courage to let go of what you can't change," and that's by someone named Anonymous. So this app has all kinds of cool stuff: live coaches, live sessions, pre-recorded, whole courses you can take for free once you sign up for the app. But some of the hypnosis content is exceptionally good. And, hypnosis, I think, is amazing. I've used it for a lot of things in my life. So maybe some of that might interest you. If you want to sign up, my code is down below. It's called my affiliate link. You get a 25% discount code off after your 7-day free trial. So after 7 days, they would you like to sign up? If you say yes, using my link that started the free trial, your fee for the app is 25% off. So if that all is something you're curious about, no harm, no done to try the 7-day free trial. Let me know what you think. Okay, so let's talk about you, Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Remember, guys, rising will be most accurate most often. Sun and moon secondarily. Sun can be father figures, moon, mother figures. Sun, purpose, career, moon, home, and safety. So keep that in mind. So let's start off by saying a couple of very basic things about this, okay? Number one, you are a Mercury ruled being, all right? You are one of those like Virgo, and Mercury is the planet that rules your sign. So very, very important for you to keep your eye on that ball. What is he doing in the sky every month? So let's start with that. This is a month where Mercury is moving through the sign of home sign of Virgo. He owns the real estate, and he's taken a tour through there. And it's going to be a long stay because of the fact he will retrograde here. Now, when Mercury first enters Virgo, it's going to be July 29th. And when he finally leaves, it's going to be October 5th. This is a big deal for you. And the retrograde is happening on August the 24th. So through to September 15th. We'll do a whole video on that. So hit the like button, subscribe, bell for notifications, the whole drill, because we'll go into a deep all signs dive about how that might look. But just as a general thought here, you're going to have Mercury in the 4th house of your home, property, land, and real estate. He's a god of selling, marketing, and merchandising. And he's sitting there with Mars, which we'll get to shortly. This can indicate a change of home, selling a home, buying a home, renegotiating a contract for a home. This is very positive, though. And Mercury here can also mean doing a lot of messaging, writing, or communicating or selling in and from your home. So that's very with a lot of drive, passion, and motivation. Mars. You may also have very feisty conversations with somebody you live with, because Mars is going to be down here for quite a while, hanging out with that Mercury. And that can mean something along the lines of very volatile, very combustible arguments or discussions and conversations. And that kind of energy that I'm addressing really picks up intense energy once Mars enters Virgo as well, which he has already, July the 10th to August 26th, and then Mercury joins him on July 29th. So let's put it this way. August has a Mars Virgo signature in the 4th house for you. Lots of intense debate at the very best, passionate communication and drive to write or communicate or sell, great, but also watch out for fierce arguments in the home with somebody in who lives with you. So easy to delineate. Now, as Mercury is moving through the fourth house with Mars, he's also joining up with a Mars who's doing a lot of really positive stuff for you. Mars will come into flow or trine relationship to other planets 3 times in the month of August. Now, this is positive. This is something you're going to want to say yay, because with Mercury, the ruler, co-present and at home, he's telling Mars what to do. He's stewarding Mars to proper actions, and this is the Lord of your sky. So number one, let's go through some time frames of Mars. Mars on August the 1st, right off the bat to the 4th of the month, will trine Jupiter in your 12th house. Jupiter will be in your 12th house till the third week of May next year. Just got there this May. This is going to be a nice time for you, for gurus, ashrams, and spiritual development, for joyful and prosperous travel or commerce with foreigners from foreign lands. Also a really good time to undo your self-undoings, your addictions and bad habits. And as Jupiter, the guru, is moving through the 12th house of the full moksha enlightenment, along comes Mars in August 1 to 4 and flows toward him with Mercury co-present. Something like the idea of an acceleration in your spirituality, an awakening from your ancestral family of origin, childhood gunk and ways that it might have undone you, or a clear, decisive moment regarding a chance to move or relocate, and for some of you, even to a foreign country. It could also just mean traveling away from home to come into contact with a foreign country or foreign land, or traveling with a foreigner. And this is August the 1st to the 4th. It's all very positive, and opportunities are arising through your sky at this time. Then later on, August 15th to the 18th, that same Mars with Mercury co-present, stewarding him, will trine Uranus in your 12th house of the things I've delineated. This is going to bring unexpected opportunity, sudden unexpected bolt of opportunity, because Jupiter is there, Uranus is unexpected. What is the unexpected opportunity? Something to do with foreign commerce, foreign shores, foreign lands, papal stripe, payment processes for international revenue, some unexpected positive development regarding the chance to travel to a foreign country away from your home, which brings you great abundance and opportunity, perhaps. Both the 4th and the 12th house are moksha or spiritual liberation houses. So again, you could have a sudden download, a pineal gland awakening, an aha of some kind. It liberates you from your family of origin into the great shunyata, the great nothingness, the big awakening, the huge one blasting through your sky. And that may be something that's available to some of you if that's a path you take as a Gemini sun, moon, or rising. And again, that energy is really active. But to give you the dates, I think I did August the 15th to the 18th. The very last Martian story here is going to happen at the end of the month, on the 23rd to the 26th, as Mars forms a trine to Pluto in the far last degrees of Capricorn, 28 degrees of Capricorn. And so this is your 8th house of chunky money, and Mars doing this trine to Pluto. Remembering we have Jupiter in the 12th, it's kind of forming a loose grand trine. This is a wealth up. This is a money upward movement for you. Now, it could be a stock investment paying off. It could be money from your spouse's money taking off. It could be your an inheritance money being delivered or being made available, or you knowing about it. It could, because legacy wealth comes from the 4th house as well, and the 8th house is the house of death. It could be something to do even with some kind of powerful residual passive income source that you're able to create or access coming up for you around the end of the month. So again, the 23rd to the 26th. The bigger story is kind of all month long building, okay, of a money glow up for you, but not the day-to-day paycheck or earnings, but rather some other kind of money outside that structure to do with other resources that can bring you wealth. Now we're going to talk next, Gemini, about the Venus story, because she's got 3 big things happening this month. All right, so let me just pause the recording for a split second while I grab some water. I also had to open the window. Now my hair is going to blow in the wind, but let's go for it. So the next thing we want to talk about is Venus. So Venus does this thing called a star point, or cazimi, or heart of the sun. And she does it in the sign of Leo every 4 years. So last was August of 2019. And before that, it was August of 2015. And in 2015, she's doing the type of star point she did then. It's called the retrogradation star point into the heart of the sun. She's going to be born again as an morning star on August the 13th. So we're going to bring that into the narrative, as well as 2 other difficult but maybe exciting things that Venus is up to for you this month. Now, where Venus is doing the star point is the 3rd house of siblings. It's also the 3rd house of things to do with travel, especially shorter distance within your country or continent at the very least. It also has to do with skills-based learning, something you might want to study or teach if you're a skills-based teacher. You know, you're going to teach someone how to do something. And it can pertain to your online world. So if you're single and Venus is spending 4 months, yes, June the 5th to October 9th, because of a retrograde in your third house, it's probably a time in which dating apps could work for you, or dating or going to bars and restaurants in the local neighborhood, or parties with neighbors in the neighborhood, third house stuff. And some of you, if you are Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, may meet somebody brand freaking new during this. If you start a relationship with Venus direct and then she goes retrograde, it might turn the relationship backward. If you start during her backward motion, you might meet an old soulmate, but it can change direction when she goes direct. You have to watch out for that. She will be retrograde July the 22nd to to September the 4th. Okay, all that said and done, here's what Venus is up to. Number one, Venus will square Uranus August 8th to the 9th, and that's going to be a sudden shock or surprise, something unexpected coming at you from the 12th house. Now, because it's foreigners, foreign lands, revenue from foreign shores and foreign lands, and it's also involving the third house of travel, there may be some unexpected changes or delays or disruptions in your travel plans, for example, between August the 8th to the 10th, or just unexpected changes. Second of all, later on, what she'll do is she'll square Jupiter August 21st to the 25th, and her square to Jupiter is again in the same 12th house sky. This can be a kind of a blowout with a sibling around things to do with foreign travel, foreign shores, to do with the deeper unconscious structures of your reality, to do with also maybe the online world. Now, I make money online. My son's progressed into Gemini. I'll give you an example. Wow, my voice is going. And that is this. Because my revenue is coming from the 12th house and Jupiter is expanding my revenue for the next year, wonderful. But Venus is kind of objecting. She is in the sign of Leo, and now she's retrograding, right, at the end of the month, August 23rd to the 26th, and she's going back on her deals. So there may be a pulling back by Venus. She loves her pleasure play. She wants you to enjoy the friends, the neighborhood, the childhood friends, the siblings. She wants to bring enjoyment there. And she's kind of contradicting Jupiter, and Jupiter's in her house. So he has to listen to her. He's in Taurus in the 12th. So she may say, we're canceling that ambitious online project. We're going to rethink something here. We want to have more fun. We want to have more pleasure. We want to enjoy this part of our sky at this time. Also, an old childhood friend could come back out of the woodwork because she is retrograding, bringing you an opportunity connected to foreign lands. I mean, there's so many ways this can go. The Cazimi, or the star point itself, right, when she comes into the heart of the sun to reset your third house, which she did, as I said, in August of 19, and then again in August of 2015. This is happening at the 20th degree of Leo. So if you're a Gemini rising, sun or moon, between 15 and 25 degrees of that sign, this is going to be more acutely felt by you, and it's going to feel like flow. The star point is resetting itself, a new positive reset in your online world, in your local neighborhood situations, in relationships to siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews, or childhood friends, or a reset in a learning path or a teaching path, or even a reset to do with travel. So, but it's flowing, it's positive, and this Venus star point reset is really more of a 4-year story. I mean, we're talking about what she's resetting until she gets back there 4 years later, right? So think of it that way. It's really not just about the short term. And finally, the other thing I want to say about this month is that Mercury being, 4 months in your fourth house, it's a really interesting time that often corresponds to property sale or property purchase. So some of you may be considering buying or selling real estate all the way through, by the way, until Mercury leaves on October the 5th. So keep that in mind. And with Venus still in your third house until October the 9th, it's an interesting combination. Like Venus might come in after you buy a place and you start to decorate or redesign it, right? When she moves into Virgo, right after maybe what looks like a property buying or selling or changing of the guard. That can also involve rentals. Mars is the 6th house lord, and he's involved in this story as well until August the 26th. Mars moves into Libra, your romance, sexuality, and children house, starting August 27th. He'll be there for 6 weeks. So the last week of August is his early degree ingress into your 5th house. Now, Mars here can make you very driven around creativity and passionate projects, especially entrepreneurial, but he's also out of dignity. So be careful for a burnout. It can also look like, and that's 6 weeks really, so we're just starting that at the end of August. It also can look like arguments or conflicts with children or lovers. So be very careful for all of that in the last week of August, as he's going to be in the early degrees of Libra in your 5th house. That is also more germane to anyone with a Gemini sun, moon, or rising in the first 5 degrees or so of Gemini. Now, there are lunations every month. This is a blue moon month. We have 3. I'm just going to touch base on just one of the 3. If you want to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button and the bell for notifications, you'll get the deep dive all signs content that comes up every single month for each of these lunations that come through our sky. I think for you, I'm just seeing what I'm feeling like you guys need to know. Okay, we're going to talk about 2 things for you. I'm going to bring up 2. There is a new moon in Leo, and it's happening on August the 16th at 23 Leo. And that just is, again, what are you going to reset? What's a new beginning that takes up to 6 months to flesh out regarding siblings, online world, learning and teaching, and traveling. There's a new beginning here and will unfold over the 6 months that follow. And there's a full moon in the top of your sky coming up, a blue moon, August the 31st, and it can reset something for you that is about completion. Where are you coming to some fullness, some endings, and some completions in something to do with the work you do and the way you do the work you do? Because the lunation is around 7 degrees of Pisces, this is mostly true for the first 10 degrees sun, moon, and rising Gemini placements. Alrighty. So stay tuned for more of this kind of content. If you like this kind of thing, hit that bell for notifications. Don't forget the Aura app, 25% off, free 7-day trial. If you give it a try, my link gives you that 25% off discount. And I love it. I'm not kidding you. I'm brand ambassador for that because other people approach me all the time for stuff. And I always say, no, I have to really jive with what I'm promoting, because if I don't love it and use it, then why would I share it? Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful Gemini, wonderful month of August.